My name's Hannah Colborne. I'm 20 years old. I was born and bred in a village in Wimborne. I live with my parents and also I have one sister. I'm from quite a small family. My parents and also my parents' family as well, from both sides, are Christians at Birmingham Children's Hospital. From there I was a specialised play therapist. Because I'd had my previous childcare qualification for my job, I was allowed to do it. I really enjoyed actually doing what I did. I mean, being a specialised play therapist, you have to be a strong person anyway, so it allows me to kind of self-build myself back up, build my confidence back up and my self-esteem back up. Through working there, I actually had to look after a family who, at the time, I didn't know their cultural background, I didn't know that their religion was Islam, I didn't know that they were Muslims. I didn't want to ask, but also because of the confidentiality policy. Through looking after this family, I then found that out and I started to, really get quite close to them. I'm still there at the moment. Through obviously staying in touch with this family and through being a bit more curious, I suppose is the right way to put it, and through pushing myself to ask questions, I very slowly started to find out, why they did things and about Islam and about Muslims, and I think they certainly helped me a lot. When I looked at the Quran and when I looked at the Bible, they were exactly the same in terms of like the stories that were in them, the people that were in them, they were exactly the same. The difference was just how it was told. There was just such a connection. It just was really surprising to me that how many similarities there was compared to differences, and that it was really good for me because it didn't feel like I was pushing one thing out of the way and completely starting over again with something that completely something new. It felt like I already knew the religion. It was just being told to me more and in a more truer way. And through محرم in 2010, I actually watched محرم through some friends that I know, and they used to play the Nohas quite a lot in the house on محرم. It's a different language to me. It was just kind of like in one out the other. It never really meant anything to me. But I remember one day coming back from work and they'd got it on, and I walked in and I was like, what's this? What? I actually asked them to translate the whole Noha for me, which they did, and then I started questioning, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? And after they translated it and asked all my questions, I listened to it again, and I had such a strong connection because I was like, I actually know what it's saying. I didn't, but I actually felt like it was in English. It actually felt to me like, yeah, I know what it's saying, and I got that connection quite quickly. From that then, I really did, I started, my beliefs and my faith started to get a lot stronger, and I actually, that same year, I actually tried to do Ramadan as well. Although I never completed the full Ramadan, I think I did about 2 weeks in total, I still had that same connection. After doing that Ramadan in 2010, I actually really then persisted and really wanted to join in with everything. Again, I did the محرم in 2011, and I did in 2011 as well, I did a full Ramadan, and from then I was like, yeah, this is what I want. I knew from completing the whole محرم, the whole Ramadan and everything in between, I was like, yeah, this is me, this is where I want to be. What we know and what we rely on is media, and I think unfortunately the media doesn't really portray Muslims too well. And I think for my mum and dad, when I said to them I was Muslim, automatically what popped into their head was terrorist. And unfortunately it is the media that's portrayed that image, I think, of Muslims, and I do think it's really bad, because like Islam and Muslims, it's just such a beautiful religion, such peace in it as well. And being a Muslim now and being in Islam, I always know when I pray, it does really helps me, and I know that, you know, Allah's hearing my prayers, and I know my prayers are being answered. It's an inner feeling of that connection. You can definitely feel it when you pray. It's a sense of warmness, I suppose. A sense of, you know somebody's with you. You know that whatever you pray for is being heard, and it is going to be answered, inshallah. And it's just such like a happy feeling when I pray. It settles me. It gives me that inner peace.
بنیاد بین المللی استبصار.